आज हम सैम्पल आंसर्स करने जा रहे हैं आईएल्स बुक 13 का टेस्ट 3 स्पीकिंग का। इसके सैम्पल आंसर्स को देखते हैं, डिफरेंट क्वेश्चंस को किस तरह से आंसर्स किए जाते हैं। ये सिर्फ सैम्पल हैं और ये कोई एग्ज़ाम का मॉक नहीं है कि जिसमें स्टैंडर्ड हम लोग लेंथ को फॉलो करें। बेसिक इस टेस्ट का मकसद आपको उसका कॉन्सेप्ट समझाना है कि हाउ टू आंसर एंड व्हाट थिंग्स यू कैन आंसर। इस टेस्ट का पार्ट 1 है मनी के ऊपर। रकम के बारे में आपसे क्वेश्चंस किए जाएंगे। 4 सैम्पल क्वेश्चंस हैं। नंबर 1, व्हेन यू गो शॉपिंग डू यू प्रेफर टू पे फॉर थिंग्स इन कैश और बाय कार्ड? आप जब शॉपिंग करने के लिए जाते हैं तो आप कैश प्रेफर करते हैं या कार्ड के थ्रू पे करना पसंद करते हैं? और इनमें से जो भी करते हैं वाई, क्यों करते हैं? इसके आंसर में आप कह सकते हैं कि आई लाइक टू prefer paying for things in cash because in our country, in most of the areas, online services of the internet are not very good and reliable, so they can stop anywhere. You have to carry cash all the time when you go shopping in our country. So I prefer carrying cash and paying for things in cash. सवाल नंबर 2, डू यू एवर सेव मनी टू बाय स्पेशल थिंग्स? वाई और वाई नॉट? क्या आपको ख़ास चीज़ें ख़रीदने के लिए पैसे बचाते हैं? Yes, I save money to buy special things because there are things that you cannot buy with your routine uh, way of spending or routine budget. So you have to save money because some things are, if something is special, definitely it is costly and you have to pay more money for that and you have to save more money. So this is why I save money to buy special things. सवाल नंबर 3, वुड यू एवर टेक अ जॉब विच हैड लो पे? वाई एंड वाई नॉट? क्या आप कभी ऐसी नौकरी करेंगे कि जो बड़े कम तनख्वाह वाली हो? क्यों? Yes, I would like to take a job at low pay because I'm a student and after completing my education, for sure I'm not going to get a high paying job. I will have to start with a low paying job and I'm quite ready for it because I need to learn a lot in the practical market. I have to gain some experience. I have to learn the market trends. I have to learn the behavior of the market. So there is a lot to learn in the market, and if I get a low pay job, there is no big deal about that. सवाल नंबर 4, would winning a lot of money make a big difference to your life? Why and why not? क्या बहुत ज़्यादा पैसा अगर आप जीत लेते हैं तो क्या उससे आपकी ज़िंदगी में कोई बहुत बड़ी तब्दीली आएगी? क्यों? Yes, winning a lot of money will make a big difference in my life because money makes the mayor go. Most of our things depend upon money. It will make my life easier, and even I will my speed for reaching my goals will get faster if I win a huge amount of money. It will help me a lot and all of my habits will change. पार्ट नंबर 2, जिसको क्यू कार्ड या स्पीच कहते हैं, आपने 1.5 से 2 मिनट तक बोलना होता है इसमें। डिस्क्राइब एन इंटरेस्टिंग डिस्कशन यू हैड एज पार्ट ऑफ योर वर्क और स्टडीज़। आप किसी ऐसी डिस्कशन, बहस का ज़िक्र करें जिस का आप हिस्सा रहे हैं, वो चाहे आपके काम पे या चाहे आपकी पढ़ाई में रही हो। और जो पॉइंट्स आपने बताने हैं, व्हाट द सब्जेक्ट ऑफ द डिस्कशन वाज, डिस्कशन का टॉपिक क्या था, किस मौजू पे बात हो रही थी, who you discuss the subject with, किसके साथ आप ये बहस कर रहे थे, what opinions were expressed, और लोगों ने क्या क्या आरा दी इसके बारे में, and explain why you found the discussion interesting, और ये discussion interesting क्यों रही, आपको क्यों इसमें ज़्यादा मज़ा आया. Fortunately, I had a very interesting discussion the other day with one of my teachers. This discussion was in our language class, and our instructor, Sir Kashif, was there, and 4 or 5 of our students or the classmates were there in that discussion. The discussion was about solving the problems of the world and how can more happiness and peace be brought to the lives of human beings, and how a man can enjoy his life more than he's doing at the right time, because there is a lot of stress in the world, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic conditions. All of the students and the participants uh, gave their own opinion, and they had their different views, and some of the views were very materialistic, some of the views were quite narrow, and some were quite baseless views. Like there was an opinion that the solution of the problem is getting away from the countries and shifting to the other countries. It was narrow thinking, and it was purely selfish and individual thinking. The other opinion that came was that the rich countries should spend more money for the betterment of the poor and developing countries. While the most authentic opinion that I received was from our teacher. He gave us the solution of that is the problem. He said that awareness and consciousness is the solution that can solve man's individual, personal, private, social, ecological, political, and all types of problems. Because when a man is quite conscious to his own self and the whole world, then there would be nothing unsolved. All the matters and all the problems will be solved, because man understands uh, his role in the upkeep of the peace and happiness, and the smoothness, and all the system of the cosmos. And man feels responsible to the other creatures, and he develops a sense of coexistence, and he also develops the behavior for coexisting with other human beings and with other creatures of this planet and the other creations of this cosmos. So this is the only thing that uh, impressed us, and we were quite impressed by this answer, because it was quite eye-opening and it was mind-blowing for me. I heard this type of answer for the first time in my life, and it opened a new way of thinking for me. So I will never forget this discussion, and I would like to have uh, more discussions with more people and at greater level. Such discussions could be conducted. I enjoyed it a lot. पार्ट 3 हमारा ये तीसरा हिस्सा है जी. इसमें डिस्कशन टॉपिक्स हैं, रिफ्लेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस हैं. तो डिस्कशन टॉपिक्स पे हम पहले बात करते हैं. जो डिस्कशन टॉपिक्स हैं उनमें 3 सवाल हैं हमारे, और वो तीनों सवाल जो हैं वो एक ही टॉपिक पे हैं, जिसका टाइटल है डिस्कसिंग प्रॉब्लम्स विद अदर्स. दूसरों के साथ अपने मसाइल का ज़िक्र करना. तो आइए देखते हैं इस पे सवाल कौन से हैं और उनके आंसर्स देखते हैं. सवाल नंबर 1, वाई इज़ इट गुड टू डिस्कस प्रॉब्लम्स विद अदर पीपल? दूसरे लोगों से मसले को डिस्कस करना क्यों अच्छा होता है? It is always good to discuss problem with other people because when we discuss our problems with people, people have their own viewpoints, they have own angles of looking at our problems. So sometimes we develop, mostly we develop more critical thinking about our problems and objective opinion of our problems. So these things uh, encourage us to develop a quite solid solution toward our problems. And sometimes such friends with whom we discuss the problems, they also give us the solutions for the problem. So this is a great exercise to discuss problems with other people. सवाल नंबर 2, डू यू थिंक दैट इट इज़ बेटर टू टॉक टू फ्रेंड्स एंड नॉट फैमिली अबाउट प्रॉब्लम्स? क्या आप सोचते हैं कि ख़ानदान की निस्बत दोस्तों से अपने मसाइल का ज़िक्र करना अच्छा होता है? I don't think there is a particular line that you can draw between the parents and the friends and the family, that these questions should be asked from the friends and from the parents. There are different types of problems. There are certain problems that you can discuss with friends, and friends are the best persons to discuss those problems. And there are some types of problems where only the parents can be, or the family can be the best advisor. So we cannot draw a strict line that the problem should be discussed with the parents or the friends only. So I think both are there for discussing the problems. Number 3, is it always a good idea to tell lots of people about a problem? क्या ये अच्छा आइडिया है बहुत सारे लोगों को किसी मसले के बारे में बताना? I don't think it is always a good idea to tell lots of people about a problem. First, it depends upon the type of problem, and the second, if you have some trustworthy people and the people you think can give you a better advice, then you don't need to share it with lots of people, because most of, of the times when we discuss problems with many people, we get confused about finding the solutions of those problems, and we have a number of solutions, and it becomes hard for us to decide which of them is the suitable for us. So it isn't always a good idea. पार्ट नंबर 3 का हमारा दूसरा हिस्सा जो रिफ्लेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस हैं, कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स एट वर्क, आपके काम पे ज़राए अबलाग। तो इसके एग्जांपल क्वेश्चंस 3 हैं, उनको देखते हैं। सवाल नंबर 1, विच कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स आर मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट व्हेन टेकिंग पार्ट इन मीटिंग्स विद कलीग्स? जब आप अपने कोवर्कर्स के साथ, जिन लोगों के साथ आप काम करते हैं, उनके साथ किस तरह की जो कम्युनिकेशन स्किल है, कौन सी जो स्किल है वो ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट है? सो I think there are many skills that are important at the same time, like your speaking skill is also important, and critical thinking. So critical thinking, objective thinking, I think this is the most important a skill, and after that your ability to communicate in proper words. So speaking skill is the most important in my viewpoint. सवाल नंबर 2, what are the possible effects of poor written communication skills at work? What are possible effects of poor written communication? इसमें ये है जी कि काम के वक्त आपकी जो written communication है अगर वो बुरी हो तो उसके क्या इफ़ेक्ट्स हैं. देयर आर वेरी बैड इफ़ेक्ट्स ऑफ पुअर रिटन कम्युनिकेशन बिकॉज if you do not know what you are writing, you cannot write what you want, and it definitely can be a bad impression, and it cannot earn you a good reputation because uh, there are two reasons. If you write on your own, you are definitely not going to get what you want, and uh, your professional life will have some bad effects. Number two, if you depend upon others and you ask somebody to write for you, it also creates a hindrance and dependence. So it's a huge hindrance in your growth of the professional life. So written communication should be the first priority and the spoken one on the second. सवाल नंबर 3. What do you think will be the future impact of technology on communication in the workplace? टेक्नोलॉजी का कम्युनिकेशन के ऊपर क्या असर पड़ेगा फ्यूचर में? I think the future communication will be more smooth, more quick, and the communication will gain also uh, a massive part of your day-to-day communication because it will become frequent. People know it's easy, it's quick, so they can even discuss small things like if you want to say something in 1 minute and people exchange around 10 text messages for one thing. Whenever it comes to their mind, they send you a text message and start communicating at any time. So it can have good and bad impacts as well on the communication in workplace. इस वीडियो को देखने के लिए आपका शुक्रिया. आप इसको ज़रूर शेयर करें लोगों के साथ बिकॉज़ ये गेट सेट आंसर्स नहीं हैं कि जिनको आपने याद कर लेना है. इसको हमने सजेस्टिव अंदाज में किया है सिर्फ एक आइडिया लेने के लिए ताकि आप ख़ुद से अंग्रेज़ी बोल और लिख सकें और सुन सकें, समझ सकें. तो इसको ज़रूर शेयर करिएगा लोगों के साथ. थैंक यू.